Hi, I'm Mike Denson. Thanks for joining us here today on The Edge. We're going to talk just a little bit about the quarterback-center exchange. Hand placement, your footwork, where the ball needs to be, pushing away from the line of scrimmage. Should be some good stuff for you young quarterbacks out there playing Pee Wee football, junior high, high school. These are just basic things that you need to know that's going to help you take your game to the next level. Stay tuned right here on The Edge. Hey, today we're going to talk a little bit about your quarterback-center exchange. These are some basic fundamentals that I think that are just important to everybody. You need to get in good repetition, do these things consistently, do them on a daily basis. You know, one thing we talk about is different size of ball and just some basic things that I think are very important is, you know, you're gripping on the ball. I always try to tell my quarterbacks that we need at least 3 fingers on the laces. You need to try to get 3 fingers on those laces. That's going to give you a little bit more ball control. You need more ball control as the game progresses. Your hands get sweaty. We need to make sure that we got those fingers on those laces. Okay, and a good thumb support around here on the back side. As you can see right here, make sure that we got a good grip. Okay, and anytime we make that quarterback-center exchange, we need to make sure that free hand is always around that football. Okay, because this is the prized possession right here. This is what everybody wants. So we're going to talk a little bit right now about our quarterback-center exchange. We're going to talk a little bit about a hand placement. Put the ball down. We want to make sure when we're walking up, you young quarterbacks need to get in the habit of this. And I tell my guys, listen, when you're coming to that line of scrimmage, when you break that huddle, you're coming to the line of scrimmage. You're not coming up here just walking up. Your head, your eyes, your focus needs to be downfield. So when you're coming to that line of scrimmage, you need to be thinking about what's happening right in front of you, okay? We walk up to that line of scrimmage, you need to downfield. You need to know where that safety is. You need to check out your linebackers. You need to know if your corner's here in press coverage or they're backed off. Just take your time, scan the field. There's no rush. You got the snap count. Everything moves on you. So when your linemen get to there, and I tell my linemen, listen, guys, when we break that huddle, you need to be to the line of scrimmage. Why? Because we want you on that line of scrimmage so that defense is put in a position where they've got to get set and get ready to go. Because they don't know if you're coming up here in a shotgun or if you're going under center. So when you break that huddle, your guys better be to that line of scrimmage. And then when you're walking up here behind them, you got a clear picture of what's happening downfield, okay? We walk up to the line of scrimmage. I'd like to... When the ball is snapped, when you place your hands on that center and you come down, you want to make sure that you got a good rise position, a rise position. You want it up tight right here, underneath the center's crotch right here, all right, a good tight. And you want your bottom hand right here. You're going to form a V right here, all right? When the ball is snapped, I do not like to, when your center's up here, we really don't want that ball hitting this hand first, your bottom side, okay? We want that hand, we want that ball popped right here, okay? This is your vise, all right? This is your vise. Once that ball hits that top hand, boom, it's closed. You've got the ball, okay? Let's go back over that again. Walking up to the line of scrimmage. Your guys are set. You're seeing what's happening in front of you on the field. Walk up, get your hand placed real good, real tight, real snug. Get your vise hand right here, all right? And that center needs to put that ball right here in your top hand because your vise closes right here. That's the way it works, okay? Now we're going to talk a little bit about once the ball is snapped. You know, there's so many different positions, different heights of quarterbacks, tall, short. And, you know, you're really going to have to find the position that's comfortable for you based on your height. Well, what I do is I like to be consistent in everything that I do. When you have a good high school coach, and you got a lot of good high school coaches around Mississippi in the Southeast, when they're breaking down film, they look for inconsistencies in what you do. You need to be consistent every time you come to that line of scrimmage. So when you come up here, the same thing with your stance. Get you a good, comfortable stance. You know, when you want to push away, you need that extra step to push away. You want to take your feet. Offset your feet just about 6 inches, okay? You want to offset your feet about 6 inches. If this is comfortable for you, about shoulder wide. I don't like this, okay? When you get like this right here, for me, that's just a little bit tight. I don't have as much balance as I do when I'm right here, a little bit wider. And that way, I got a little bit more leverage to move up or down, okay? Right here, to me, makes me feel a little bit insecure. I like to be a little bit wider, offset just a little bit, so that way I'm okay. If I need to come down a little further, I'm good. I still maintain good balance. All right, ball is snapped right here. Real important, when that ball is snapped, guys, based on the plays that you're calling, you know you've got to get away from that line of scrimmage, okay? So when the ball is snapped, all your weight is going to be on your up foot, okay? It's going to be on your up foot. I don't like it on the heel. Doesn't need to be on the heel. We need to be up here on our toes. Why? Ball is snapped. We need to clear. We need to open. Open, push away from that line of scrimmage, okay? Let's go through that one time. Line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, I'm going to get my feet set. I'm going to get where it's comfortable for me. Offset. Right here, I'm good to go. I got good vision. I'm not in a bind anywhere. I'm relaxed. I'm comfortable. Ball is snapped. Push. We're pushing right here. We want to push on the ball of that foot. So right here, ball snap, push, step. Now, what you didn't see on that is my elbow. When I'm pushing away from center, I want my momentum going back. So I don't rely just on my legs when the ball hits my hands. I don't just sit here with this. Ball is snapped, I'm going to pull that ball to me, I'm going to turn open, and my elbow, everything is pushing back, okay? Everything pushing back. We'll go through the whole sequence right here. All right, down, sit, hut, push, elbow back. And you notice where the ball is? Do you notice I got two hands on the ball? You know, a lot of guys, they come here as the game progresses, they get relaxed or they get tired. And they want to do this. And they want to think this right here. Listen, those things like that, those are just habits that you need to get out of. Too many things can go wrong there. And the things that happen, they're never going to turn out good. Okay? So right here, it needs to be here. I'm opening. I got both hands on the ball. I'm good to go. And you want to take a good step. Take you a good step to pull away from the line of scrimmage, okay? Why? Why do we want to create that separation? Well, if we've got a guard that's pulling coming down the line of scrimmage, what's going to happen? How many times do you see a guard that pulls and you got a big old rascal about a size 15 shoe and you're coming out of here kind of slow? And what's going to happen when you get that drag foot right there? When he steps to pull, okay, because when they're taught, those linemen are taught. Let's go through that. When they're pulling, not all the time, but a lot of time, those linemen are going to slide back a little bit. They slide back just a couple of inches. And they may even drop the inside foot that they're pulling to. So when they're stopped to pull, they're here, okay? They're here trying to get downfield, all right? See where I am already? Here's your center right here. So when I come here, I drop my pulling, and I go to go. I'm already, and I ain't even had a step yet, and I'm right here. You're already behind that lineman that's pulling, okay? Because he's already come here. He's stepping when the ball snapped. So it's important for that quarterback to come here, step. Take a good first step, get out of that traffic. Get out of the traffic, all right? Again, we're going to review right here. Get your stance. Set, hut, here, push. Good step right here. Shoulders, both hands on the ball. Coming right so. Head always downfield. Very important. Passing plays. We do not want to ever do this. We don't want to come here and never have to turn our heads. Why? We lose sight of what's happening. And we know in this game, as fast as it is, a half a second, a half a foot, 6 inches makes a difference, okay? When we're taking and stepping and pulling away from the line of scrimmage, it needs to be here, head downfield. It's got to be downfield. And it doesn't need to be bobbing, okay? We know when you're moving, and you got a target out there in front of you, and if you're coming down here and you step away, and that old head's doing this right here, it looks like they're moving. That can't happen. It needs to be a good flow, good steady head, eyes downfield. All right, here we go. Take it from the top. Call back here, quarterback's in the huddle. We break the huddle. Those guys right here need to get to the line of scrimmage. They don't need to be walking up here. They don't need to be jogging. I can't stand that. And as a quarterback, it's your job to make sure that doesn't happen because you're the leader on the field, okay? So what we need to do is, boom, they get to that line of scrimmage. You need to see what's happening right now. You need to see where your linebackers, your safety is, where everybody's lining up, checking out here to see if it's press coverage or if they're off, okay? It's very important. So we break the huddle. They're at the line of scrimmage. You're coming up. You're looking downfield. You get your center, tap your center, let your center know you're there. Get down, start your cadence. Get your feet set where it's comfortable for you to push away. Then it's going to be set, hut, downfield, bounce. And we bounce, we want to be on our toes, okay? Want to be on our toes. Let me do that again, Coach, because I think I look behind me. All right, here we go. Line of scrimmage, tap your center on the butt. Let him know you're there. You're checking the field out. It's going to be set, hut, push, push, downfield, set up on your toes. Why on your toes? You're taller, you're ready to throw. Spring. When you spring, everything needs to be moving forward. Listen, I hope you learned something today. You young quarterbacks out there, to be a good, successful quarterback, it takes repetition, repetition, and then more repetition. Listen, I hope you like what you saw today. If you learned something, please pass it on. I'm Mike Denson. Thanks for checking us out right here on The Edge, where we want you to take your game to the next level.